Cancer, what's going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Cancer Tarot love reading. In today's Cancer reading, we are going to take a look at your romantic person of interest and find out how do they really feel about you here in December 2024. But we're also going to take a look at what they're thinking about you, what their intentions are toward you, and what their most likely actions are going to be toward you as we move through the rest of December 2024 and beyond. Then I'm going to finish this reading off by getting you some advice from the universe on how to best navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with this person, what you should or shouldn't do, how you should play it so things work out in the way that's best for you. So let's get started. Let's get 3 cards for how does Cancer's romantic person of interest really feel about Cancer here in December 2024, please. Like pulling teeth from this person. Normally cards just fly out everywhere, and I went all the way through and only got one. There we go. What's going on here? Interesting. Underlying this person's feelings for you, Cancer, 7 of Cups. This is Scorpio energy of options and choices and confusion about their options and choices. There's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of different things they could choose to do, a lot of different ways this could play itself out, and there's a lot of emotions involved, and they don't want to make a mistake and pick the wrong cup. So this card can represent having a lot of different options. It can represent with this clouds of smoke being emotionally confused, clouded judgment, clouded decision making. Sometimes this can represent like an intoxication or something along those lines. Sometimes it can represent someone blowing a smoke screen, trying to obscure your vision. Don't have anything out here that's telling me that's what it is. I think they're just confused right now about what to do here. I've got the Magician right behind that. This is the Mac Daddy Master Manifester of the tarot deck. It's someone whose thoughts and actions shape the world around them to be in alignment with what their will desires. He's got all 4 aces on the table in front of him. The aces are the ones of the 4 suits. That represents 1111, which is the number of manifesting. This card usually tells me that this person is actively trying to manifest something in their life with you. Maybe they have multiple options and they're confused about what it is they actually want here. Doesn't really look like that. Excuse me, I've got Temperance behind it. This is the Sagittarius Major Arcana card. It's a card of patience. It's a card of blending 2 things together to make something new. It's like a recalibration kind of an energy sometimes, like when something's really out of whack. This would be like trying to even it back out, trying to balance it back out and make things so it's just right. This is about not being in a big hurry here. It's like trying to combine these 2 things together, but not doing it too fast, being willing to like be patient with it and take a step back and look at the big picture and see how is all this working itself out here and making some fine-tuning adjustments along the way. Sometimes this can represent reconciliation because water represents love in tarot, and here the love has been separated into 2 different cups and she's recombining it back together, so it can be reconciliation. This is looking like a new person, if I'm being real with you here. It's looking like they're confused about what to do and not wanting to make a mistake, and they're trying to manifest something, but they're trying to be patient and temper themselves and not move too quickly here. When I look at what actually came out in their feelings, I'm liking it. Ace of Cups, King of Cups, and the Emperor. Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love and emotions. This is an opportunity for something. This is usually a new connection. If it's not a new connection, I did see Temperance here. Temperance could sometimes indicate trying to like recombine something. If this is a person that you were with before, this would be them trying to fill the cup back up between the 2 of you and start over at square one in terms of love and emotions. It's feeling to me more like a new person. I don't think I went deep enough here. Excuse me, I'm getting a little choked up. Under Temperance, I've got the 9 of Wands, which is another Sagittarius energy. This is an energy of being defensive, being walled off and defensive. It's also an energy of healing. This is the wounded warrior, and he's been hurt. Hence this wall that he builds around himself. It's a defense mechanism. It's a way to protect himself so he doesn't get hurt anymore, doesn't get hurt again. He's already been hurt and doesn't want a repeat of that. Trying to be patient, probably putting up an emotional wall, or maybe even being patient out of defensiveness here. I do have Seven of Swords right behind that and the Hanged Man right behind that. Seven of Swords would be Aquarius energy of lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around, trying to get away with something. This is looking like maybe this person is confused about what to do. They want to create something with you. They either want to start over at the beginning because there was some deception in the past, or this is much more looking like a new person who wants to create something with you, but kind of has their walls up and is trying to be patient and not do too much too quick because they don't want to get hurt again. Probably because they were cheated on or someone snuck around and lied to them, deceptive with them, and that's probably why progress is halted here and no forward movement is happening. This is also about trying to look at things from a different perspective than normal, a different point of view than normal, trying to figure out what has me stuck and what do I need to do about that to get unstuck so that I can move forward. Another meaning to the Seven of Swords is it can be self-preservation. I see them being walled off and defensive and not wanting to be hurt. That can be exactly what this means too. He's stealing the Five Swords. The Five of Swords represents a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. He's stealing those Five Swords so that they don't get used against him. He doesn't want to be hurt, so it can be self-preservation in that sense. Excuse me. I do see something has happened to this person. Six of Swords. We're going backwards in sword energy here, but this is the card that comes after the Five of Swords, and that this would indicate that they have been hurt and the painful thing has already happened to them and there's nothing they can do to change that at this point. Their real choice in the matter is about moving into the future. Do they carry the burden that painful thing caused them into their future with them so it continues to weigh them down and hold them back? Or do they carry forward the lesson the pain taught them so something like that doesn't happen again? We got this new cup of love showing up here in their feelings toward you. And I have King of Cups right here in the center of their feelings for you. This is Pisces or Scorpio energy, depending on how you view that, what school of thought you're from. This would be a person who probably has a lot of emotions for you. But the King of Cups doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. He doesn't publicly broadcast how he feels about things, whether that's good or bad. So a lot of times I'll see this card when someone has all these feelings for you and you probably don't know about it because they haven't told you. They haven't expressed that, and you can't really pick that vibe up off of them because they've got a good poker face. They're good at keeping that emotional stuff inside and not letting it out. It can also represent someone who's going through emotional turmoil with all this rough, choppy water around their feet. But likewise, you're not really going to know that because they're not going to talk to you about that either. They're going to keep that to themselves too. But this is someone who, in their feelings, has two powerful cup cards here. So they have feelings for you. And it's looking like they're wanting to start something with you. I've got the Emperor here, which is the Aries Major Arcana card. It's an energy of taking control, taking charge of a situation. It's a master manifester, again, like the Magician. Not quite as potent as the Magician, but this is someone who has all the tools, abilities, and resources to put together a plan to get what they want and then execute that plan to get what they want. This is feeling like trying to take control of their emotions here and trying to keep the emotions contained and probably not let the cat out of the bag. This is also someone who sets boundaries and limitations on things. They make the rules, they call the shots. This is probably somebody who's trying to put limits and boundaries on their own emotions for you here. Let's take a look at what they're thinking about you here in December 2024, Cancer. What is this person thinking about, Cancer, in December 2024, please? Come here. Where'd you go? There it is. Well, that's interesting. Okay. That card, when it landed on the floor, was upside down, like in reverse. I don't read reversals, but as soon as I turned it to the upright, it feels funny to me. What's going on with this person's thoughts? What else are they thinking about, Cancer, please? Well, we're taking quite a bit of extra cards here. What do we got going on? Underlying this person's thinking about you, Cancer, the Magician. Again, Mac Daddy Master Manifester. This person is thinking about manifesting something with you. Their thoughts and their actions shaping the world around them to be in alignment with what their will desires. Temperance, and trying to temper themselves, trying to be patient with this, probably trying to not do too much at once and wanting to be able to make adjustments along the way as they go. Again, if this is a new person, this is them wanting to blend together with you, but being patient. If this is someone you've been with before, it does not look like that. This would be them wanting to like recombine with you. I think that's why they're trying to be patient. The Nine of Wands, again, walled off, defensive, not wanting to be hurt. Seven of Swords is the same story. You saw me shuffle through that twice, and it's the same order of the same cards. What's actually out here in there thinking about you, Cancer? Page of Swords, King of Pentacles, Four of Swords, King of Wands, and Three of Wands. I will freely admit to you that very frequently when I do this type of a reading, the other person that I'm reading about ends up with their thoughts and their emotions kind of like backwards here, especially when this is a man that I'm reading about. Most of the time, the men will try to think their emotions instead of feel them, and I'll get a bunch of swords in the feelings. And then when I get to the thoughts, I get a bunch of emotions in their thoughts because they're wired backwards, or they've got something mixed up here, and they're letting their emotions cloud their thinking. And this person has it right. I've got two cups in their feelings. I've got two swords, which would represent the thoughts and the mind in their thinking. So no cups either. So this person has got their head on straight, it looks like. Page of Swords can be news messages and communicating. Most of the time for me, this is an energy of someone who's trying to learn something or trying to figure something out. Sometimes that would be somebody researching or investigating or snooping around or asking questions or just doing some early stage thinking about something. It's tied to this Ace of Cups that's right here above it. So they're thinking about this new beginning, trying to figure out what to do about the new beginning. Also, though, they're looking over their shoulder into the past. And I keep seeing this: be patient, because I've been hurt before, and I've probably been snuck around and lied to before, and I don't want to get hurt again. Hence the Seven of Cups confusion that we saw a minute ago. Seven of Pentacles, like a period of time where I'm waiting on this to pan out and trying to decide, is this going to turn into what I want, or should I cut my losses and move on? Trying to figure out what to do, and probably being a little bit confused because they're having feelings that they feel this need to control. Next in their thinking, I have King of Pentacles, which would be Virgo or Taurus energy. A lot of times this is a husband type of an energy. This is the one that came out reversed on the floor when I picked it up, and it feels a little off to me. If this person may have been married previously and that ended badly and they got hurt really bad in that, and maybe they're seeing this new opportunity here but not really wanting to get hurt again and trying to control their emotions. It's definitely tied to this King of Cups. Two kings right here. I actually got a third king in their energy. Three different sides of this person showing up here. This is not always husband as in like legally married. You could be married to this person, and if so, being husband is on their mind. This is still, it's feeling like a new person. This could be like husband material, or still thinking about what happened in the past and trying to figure out, like they're looking away from being husband. This is feeling like something went wrong with being husband. Again, though, it doesn't have to be actually legally married husband. It could be stable, committed boyfriend, or a person that's building their life around somebody. I got the emotion end of things and the practicality end of things, like the physical assets and resources end of things. Sometimes this will be a business owner or an independent contractor or a freelancer or somebody who works for themselves, is good at building businesses or empires or managing things, physical assets and resources. I also have Four of Swords in their thinking, Libra energy. Fours are about stability. This would be stability of the thoughts, stabilizing the mind, trying to calm the mind down, calm the thinking down so I can figure out what to do. This is also an energy of healing. It's about choosing to go inside themselves, take a pause, take a rest, take a break, trying to heal something, or doing some thinking, trying to figure something out here. I've got this husband type energy, this building my life in the physical sense around someone type energy, and 2 energies of thinking and trying to figure that out around it. Also an energy of healing attached to that. Probably why this person is not wearing their heart on their sleeve here. Sometimes I'll get this card for, like a guy that maybe you've been friends with for a number of years or a number of months, and you've always just looked at them like they're your friend. And this would mean that they have much deeper feelings for you than that, and you just don't know about it because they haven't let the cat out of the bag and told you about it. Like that friend who you think is just a friend but is secretly in love with you, kind of a deal. Doesn't have to be that, but I definitely see that happening quite a bit. King of Wands is also in their thoughts. This is the passion desire king here. This is either a Leo or a Sagittarius energy. It's a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows exactly what they want, and they go after what they want. They don't take no for an answer. They don't let roadblocks and obstacles stop them. This is very driven, motivated, determined kind of an energy about getting what I want. It's like, I'm going to find a way to get it, or I'm going to make a way to get it. It's also the pinnacle of the wand suit, and the wand is the phallic symbol of the deck. It's the male you-know-what, using it to do you-know-what, passion, desire, sexual energy, all that fun stuff. So it's someone who's driven and motivated by that stuff too, not just in the general sense. And I got that 4 of Swords trying to calm my thinking down, trying to calm my mind down and heal something, but having all this passion and desire, looking like probably thinking about building a life with you in the physical sense, and having all these emotions that I think they're probably trying to contain and at the same time trying to manifest. Final card in their thinking, 3 of Wands, Aries energy. This is essentially waiting on something. The story of manifesting in the wand suit is the 2, 3, and 4 of Wands. In the 2 of Wands, the card right before this, there's this fork in the road. There's this decision point about what is it I actually want my life to be like? What do I want my world to be like? And which of these 2 paths is going to get me to that? And which path do I need to leave behind in order to get what I want? Here, the choice has already been made. They've already decided what they want. They've already chosen the path they think gets them there. And they've already started taking the actions. This is the beginning stages of manifesting. And I've still got the 2 master manifestors staring at me here. But this energy of patience and doing things nice and slow so I don't get hurt is here. This is the stage of where, like, I know what I want and I've started taking the actions to get it. I've put actions in motion here. And I expect this thing that I want is going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. So this can be an energy of waiting on the thing to actually materialize, or it can be an energy of like trying to control myself, trying to control my emotions, trying to control my thoughts, trying to keep contained all this desire that I have, and maybe waiting on the right timing here. So this is still feeling like a new person to me. Let's take a look at their intentions toward you as we move through December 2024, please. What are this person's intentions toward Cancer? Okay, relax. They're trying to spit all kinds of stuff out here now. I have one more that's flipped up in the deck. Let me find that. I know it is. Now, don't mess with me like this. Ah, there you are. Underlying their intentions, Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Very slow, monotonous forward movement, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. You know that story, the tortoise and the hare? This damn sure ain't the hare. This is the tortoise. It's that snail's pace, like slow drip. This is usually a really frustrating energy when you're going through it. And when you're going through it, it's almost impossible to tell the difference between this and the Hanged Man. Like the Hanged Man would be progress is actually halted and there is no forward movement. Here there is forward movement. It's just so damn slow you probably can't see it from where you sit. I get this a lot when someone wants something really bad, like maybe they wanted it yesterday, they want it so bad. And this would be that slow, monotonous drip where it feels like it's not moving. Could also just, I've seen Temperance twice. patience. I see this trying to control my emotions and not let that out of the bag, trying to control my thoughts and like calm myself down, but then having all this desire still, this energy of waiting. This could just represent I'm intending to do this right, and I'm going to take one step at a time and not skip any steps and not screw something up because I'm trying to move too fast. Tower is right behind that. This is the collapse of some important structure in this person's life. It's a foundation rocking event. This is like nothing's the same once the tower comes crashing down. A lot of times this will represent the collapse of a relationship or the collapse of a belief system, like this mental model of the world that they're operating from, where they believe it's going to be some certain way and then something happens to shatter that belief. I think this is them worrying about making a mistake, which is probably why they want to go so slow. I've got the 8 of Wands right behind that, which is the second fastest energy in the deck. It's more Sagittarius energy, but this is like very fast forward movement. It could be rapid back and forth, passionate communicating, rapid movement or progress on something there's a lot of passion and desire for. This can even indicate a whole lot of external energy coming at your person all at once, to where it's like too much to handle, too much to process all at one time, and it can feel like overwhelming. And this could also be like some sort of a conflict between I want this and I need to go nice and slow because I don't want a repeat of this painful thing happening here. I have Queen of Swords right under that, and Strength right under that, and the 5 of Pentacles right under that. So this would be Libra energy of speaking the truth and then cutting off the things or the people that aren't in their best interest anymore. This usually represents the severing of a connection. I do see the Tower here. This could be like them not wanting to move too fast because things were ended at some point with probably another person, and they still haven't fully recovered from that. Right in the center of their energy is this need to heal. And I got another energy like that, and I've seen that 9 of Wands twice. Strength is the Leo major arcana card. This would be like going through a very difficult situation where it's taken all of their internal strength to make it through that. They have the strength to make it through. They're just being forced to dig down inside themselves and find it and tap into it and put it to use. It can also represent a person who's trying to tame this beast inside themselves. They're trying to rein themselves in and hold themselves back and not let themselves run off too quickly and do something too hastily or too harshly and make some sort of mistake. So it's like trying to like contain myself. I see trying to control my emotions, trying to control my thoughts here. 5 of Pentacles behind that. This is Taurus energy of abandonment, being cast aside, being left out in the cold. Maybe not wanting to move too fast and make a mistake that gets them cut or hurt. But there's this is usually like trying to resist some urge or desire inside and trying to hold that back and contain it. And this is a whole lot of fast moving passion, desire, energy. I've got King of Wands out here. I think this person is trying to like keep it together so they don't mess something up here. Probably not wanting to get hurt. When I look at their actual intentions toward you, Cancer, the Star, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. The Star is the Aquarius major arcana card. It's a card of hope. It's a card of healing. This is the card 17 that comes after the Tower, card 16. So you don't make it to the Star energy without going through a Tower at some point first. So I think this person had the collapse of some important structure in their life. Some important relationship was severed. They were abandoned, probably snuck around on and lied to. They might have been a husband at some point. If not, they were fully committed to the person that they were with that probably did this to them. And this is showing up as the hope that they can heal, intending to heal this. This sometimes also can represent in a love reading that this person could be viewing you as potentially the one for them, trying to figure out what to do about something in their past that they need to heal from so that they can start over at the beginning, probably with you here, start a new beginning with you. This is the only card that seems a little problematic. Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy of holding on tightly to something, not wanting to let go of it. If it's kind of hard to heal if there's something that they're holding on to and not willing to let go of, especially if it's something painful that's happened that's overwhelming them. Now, this card can also represent stability in the physical sense, like financial stability, assets and resources stability. It is tied to this King of Pentacles, which is usually someone who has their money and their finances together. And surrounding that, though, is this holding on and not wanting to let go, and all these emotions that they're feeling that they're probably not cluing you in on. It could be that they don't want to like move too quickly and mess up a chance with you. And this could be, I'm intending to hold on to you and not let go and not lose you and not do anything to screw this up. I'm intending to heal so that I don't screw it up. I've got the Nine of Pentacles also in their intentions, Virgo energy. This is a single energy. This is a step backwards from the 10 of Pentacles, which is combining lives together, building a life together, living together, being married. The King and the Queen of Pentacles build the 10 of Pentacles. They manage the 10 of Pentacles. I've got the King here, but I don't have the Queen anywhere out here. This would be like independent, physically single. I can take care of myself. I don't need you to physically or financially take care of me. I can do that. It doesn't always mean that a person wants to be single. Hell, it doesn't even always mean that a person actually is single. Sometimes I'll get this card when someone's not single, but they're presenting themselves in the physical world as if they're single. I do have an energy of like trying to figure out what to do and trying to take control, trying to take charge of a situation, maybe trying to control my thoughts, trying to control being single, wanting to hold on to being single. They might get some element of power and control from being single, but now they've got all these new emotions for you that they don't really know what to do with and haven't figured it out. And this person definitely has something that they haven't healed all the way yet. They're hesitant here. Let's take a look at what their most likely actions are going to be toward you as we move through the rest of December 2024 and beyond. This person's most likely actions, please. I just had the Four of Wands flip over and show itself to me, but then go right back in the deck and not actually come out. The Four of Wands would be stability of the home and the family and the connection. It's also the final card in that story of manifesting that I alluded to when I told you about this, the 2, 3, and 4 of Wands. Well, here they're waiting on the thing to happen or show up. In the 4 of Wands, it's a celebration of the thing I want has actually appeared. It's manifested in reality. It's stable in the physical reality. It showed itself, which means that energy is present, but it didn't come out. So I don't know if there's a delay to it or if there's some element of them trying to block it themselves. Maybe their stability is like not 100% solid yet. I got Seven of Pentacles underlying their most likely actions. This is Taurus energy of a period of time. It's for one of two reasons. Either this is a period of time where they're pausing to reflect and take stock of this connection with you that they feel, take stock of this situation, and trying to decide, is this going to turn into the 10 of Pentacles that I really want, that combined together life that I really want? Or should I continue like to invest my time, effort, and energy in this? Or is this a spot where maybe it's not going to pan out the way they want it to, and maybe I should just cut my losses and move on? So it would be the period of time where they pause and reflect and think about that kind of stuff. It could also be a period of time where seeds have been planted between the two of you already, and they're waiting on that to like grow and develop so they can harvest it. It would be kind of like, think about if you go plant an apple seed in your backyard right now. You're not going to come out tomorrow morning and get apples off that tree. It's not even going to be a tree yet. There's this lag time between when we plant the seed on something and it actually fully grows and develops and blossoms and you can get something out of it. So this could either be either of those types of periods of time here. I think this is about waiting to see, is this going to turn into what I want or not? What I want is the 10 of Cups, Pisces energy. This is the happily ever after that we all dream about. This is most people's goal in love and relationships, like happy fairy tale romance, happy fairy tale ending, being combined together emotionally, pouring ourselves into each other emotionally, where they love you as much as you love them, and that love is reciprocated, and it's what we all want. And that's what they're trying to manifest. There's that Magician again. And there's Temperance again, trying to be patient with that and do it little bits at a time. This, yeah, because they've been hurt. They've been hurt. This is unfortunate. Like, they want it, but they've been burned badly enough that they're probably very, very hesitant. I don't see outright fear out here, but there's definitely hesitation and this feeling of needing to control my emotions and my thinking here, and wait for the right timing is what this is looking like. When I look at what they're most likely to do, the Hanged Man, the Sun, and the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Wands. Okay, I can dig that. The Hanged Man, this is progress being halted, no forward movement, dead stop. Also, though, they're trying to look at things from a different perspective, a different point of view than normal, and they're trying to figure out what has me stuck, how do I get unstuck so I can move forward the way I want. There's this idea of hope and healing here with this stuckness. This not wanting to let go of something might be a problem that's keeping them stuck. The thing about the Hanged Man, it's really similar to the Hermit in the sense that they're both about, at their core, like trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. The key difference is in where their focus goes. In the Hermit, the focus is directed internally. They're looking inside themselves for what is it about me I need to make adjustments to so things can move forward the way I want. And here, they're looking externally. They're looking at things from a different perspective. Like, what has me stuck? What external to me has me stuck? It's very rare in life that we have some problem show up in the external world without it first showing up in our internal world. We usually have it in the internal world first, and then we manifest it in the external world around us. That can be problematic with the Hermit or with the Hanged Man, because sometimes they're not looking in the right place for what the problem is. They're looking for the problem externally to them. And if the problem is external to them, then the solution must also be external to them. But this would be looking in the wrong spot. This person is there's still something they need to heal, and they're still looking into the past in order to get to this new cup. This would be self-love in a sense, in that sense too. And self-love is internal. It's not external. Like, this person could have this problem where, yes, they were treated badly by another person, and they're looking solely at that and the external person and not looking at what they can do internally to get unstuck. There's this thing that they're not letting go of here. It might be husband or significant other that they used to be, and now they're single and maybe struggling with that. Next in their most likely actions is the Sun. This is the Leo major arcana. This is the happiest card in the deck. It's happiness, joy, bliss, harmony. Really hard to get a better card than the Sun in a love reading. It's them wanting to hold on to this thing that makes them happy, hold on to their own happiness. I think their happiness is probably tied to being a husband type of a figure. Maybe even a father figure. I do have a page, like a child type energy next to that husband type figure. Something has got their happiness on hold. And then I've got the Wheel of Fortune here, which is a change in the luck and fortune. this is like, it goes both ways. If things are going great and this card comes out, that's a pretty good sign that things are about to take the unexpected left turn and wrap itself around the telephone pole. If things have been going bad, this would be a person like trying to turn that wheel the other way and correct course and get back on track. I see them stuck and intending to get to happiness, or like most likely to be able to get to happiness. Just going to require them to change something here. This can also be a repeating cycle of something happening. This also could just be a loop here, like holding on to happiness, holding on to being single, and something is revolving here. Something could be changing. This could just represent a change is coming. And then I've got Page of Wands. That's kind of what it's looking like. There's a change going from being stuck, and then maybe happiness and the potential of happiness and these feelings that they have that they aren't expressing could be getting them to this Page of Wands energy, which is passionate communications, passionate messages, expressing interest, expressing what it is that they want or desire. It's directly in the same column with the King of Wands. Like, this is where what they're thinking, and this is what they're most likely to do. So it's a toned down version of that kind of an energy. This is also the minor arcana version of the Fool. The Fool's about taking that blind leap of faith. They don't need to know what all the steps are. They don't need to know how this is going to end up. They're just going to say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to go for it. And the Fool will leap off the cliff and try to worry about how to grow wings on the way down. Like, I'll figure it out as I go. This is a more toned down version of that. This is someone who has the willingness to take the very first steps down a brand new path towards something they have passion or desire for. But this ain't the person that's going to go willy-nilly jumping off cliffs and stuff. The only card that has nothing to go with it in this column is this energy of waiting here. So I've got them most likely to not make forward movement at first, because they're probably waiting on the right timing. They're probably like waiting to see some sign that this is actually going to pan out, and this could actually turn into like the true love that they want. The only thing that concerns me about them is there's still something they're holding on to that they haven't healed yet, which is not, it's not like it makes them a bad person or anything. It's just, if their focus is still on the external world only and they're not looking inside themselves, it's going to make it really hard to heal fully that way. But I do have 2 cards of healing in their energy, the 4 of Swords and the Star. So it's not looking all bad. Not looking all bad at all. In fact, most of it looks pretty good. Let's get you some advice on how to navigate this situation. What should you do? What should you not do? How should you play it in a way so things work out the way that's best for you in your own greatest good? Let's get 5 cards of advice for Cancer, please. Okay. Jeez. Come here. Try and get these in the right order. Yeah. I think this person has been hurt for sure. And I think this is just trying to help you recognize that. At least that's what it looks like at a glance. Yeah. Underlying your advice, Cancer. 5 of Swords. I referenced that card when I saw the 7 of Swords and the 6 of Swords in the underlying energy, I believe, for their thoughts. This is a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. This is a betrayal. It's a big fight. It's someone who has a winning at all cost mentality. Like, I'm going to get what I want, and if you get hurt, that's your problem. I'm taking care of me. This is feeling like it's talking about who they were dealing with previously. Yeah, 3 of Swords, heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. The Hanged Man. It's telling you this is what has them stuck. This is why you're not seeing forward movement from them. It's not that they're not interested. It's that they've been through the ringer here and someone has hurt them, and that's why progress is halted. Right behind the halted progress is 3 of Cups, Cancer energy. Celebration energy. Like, going from the Ace of Cups to the 2 of Cups, where we now have a connection, this would be expanding that and celebrating that. It would be about being united and celebrating. It could also be talking about this is what this Three of Swords, and which can be a third energy causing heartbreak. Five of Swords can be a betrayal. Three of Cups in that context would be like third party love triangle, because we got 3 cups of love in the picture, and they're probably still hung up on that. That could be the thing that they don't want to let go of here. And I see that dynamic happen with people when they're afraid of, if I let go of it, if I just like forget about it, I'm gonna forget and it's gonna happen to me again, and I don't want to be hurt again. So it could be that that's the thing they're holding on to. They don't want a repeat of that. Could even be they've got something miswired now, you know, like if a lady did that to them, they may have sworn off relationships altogether. They may have sworn off, I'm never going to be with another woman again because this one hurt me, therefore all women will hurt me. I see that happen a lot too. I think this is just giving you a clue about why you're not seeing the forward movement and why they're so overwhelmed. Yeah, right behind that is Temperance again. Trying to temper themselves, trying to be patient. Now that could also be trying to tell you to be a little bit patient too. You got to do this little bits at a time and make adjustments. Probably because they've been hurt so bad. When I see your advice, I get the Star, Page of Cups, 7 of Swords, 6 of Wands, 9 of Wands. I've got the Star out here in their intentions, hope and healing. This is the card that comes after the Tower. You don't make it here without going through a tower. Believe me when I tell you, betrayal, if third party thing happening will cause a tower. And that will leave you in a spot where you need to heal. I've got Page of Cups here. Wow. This is news, messages, communications about love and emotions. The thing that I'm saying wow about is this is a really unique Page of Cups. It's got a lady laying here with a man and a second man in the picture. And I'm feeling like we got a third party here in their past. Not that they did the third party, but the third party was done to them. This would be about being at the early stages where we're talking about lovey-dovey stuff and maybe expressing some feelings in the early stage, flirtatious behavior, something like that. But this could just be telling me what it is that they need to heal from. I did see 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups there. I got 7 of Swords in the center of your advice. Lying, cheating, deception, sneaking around behind someone's back trying to get away with something. I think this is what happened to them and what it is that they need to heal from. 6 of Wands is an Leo energy of recognition. This would be you recognizing something about this person, about the connection, about yourself even. Whatever it is that you recognize allows forward movement to happen. Everything that's come before it would be like recognizing the need to heal, recognizing that they were betrayed and got heartbroken and that's why they're stuck. From a third party thing happening. If this is a man we're looking at, there's a woman with 2 men right here on the card, and lying, cheating, deception. So this is looking like, hey, recognize what happened to them, recognize what it is that they need to heal, and recognize this 9 of Wands that we've already seen repeatedly in the other deck. Sagittarius energy of being walled off and defensive. Again, not wanting to get hurt, hence the wall that they build, hence the defense mechanism that they have in place, hence not moving forward here, hence the waiting that I'm doing, hence trying to control these emotions that I'm feeling toward you that are leading me to this new beginning in love and emotions that maybe I swore off in the past. Trying to control my thoughts and stay single, but something is changing here. Something's changing with single, something's changing with happiness, something's changing with this willingness to take the first step. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Cancer Tarot love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.